Attention, citizens.
Hello. Welcome back, my friends. If you're new here, I am Lance. If you're returning, welcome back to the channel. Now, we're going to continue with this new AI generated content because we just did the Sasquatch vlogs, which is doing really good. And then I did the Bigfoot vlogs and then the Stormtrooper vlogs. This one is by a channel called Green Frog Labs. I also found it on X. We're going to check these out. I compiled these clips about a week ago, and I wanted some time to first get some of my reactor spotlights taken care of, and then B, kind of forget what was in that video I compiled. So that would be like, oh, it's fresh and new by the time I react to it. So we're going to check that out. I'll leave the link for Green Frog's Lab. It's on Twitter or X. I still want to say Twitter. Are you guys still saying Twitter? I go back and forth, I guess. But we'll check it out. I think it'll be really a lot of fun.
Orders, you're going to jail. Let me be very clear about that. If you block an intersection or a roadway in Brevard County, you are going to jail. If you flee arrest, you're going to go to jail tired because we are going to run you down and put you in jail. If you try to mob rule a car in Brevard County, gathering around it, refusing to let the driver leave, in our county, you're most likely going to get run over and dragged across the street. If you spit on us, you're going to the hospital and in jail. If you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital and jail, and most likely get bitten by one of our big, beautiful dogs that we have here. If you throw a brick, a firebomb, or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at, because we will kill you graveyard dead.
This was the very first clip I saw by this channel when I was scrolling through X, because I live in Florida, and I remember when Brevard County, I saw this, and this is during when they had all the protests and everything. I thought this was really clever. I thought it was really cute.
It's from Sky News. Mark Rutte, the NATO chief, who is your friend, he called you daddy earlier.
Daddy.
Do you regard your NATO allies as kind of children?
No, he likes me. I think he likes me. If he doesn't, I'll let you know. I'll come back and I'll hit him hard, okay? No, he did it very affectionate. Daddy, you're my daddy.
Why is there low confidence? Because all of the evidence of what was just bombed by 12, 30,000 pound bombs is buried under a mountain, devastated and obliterated. So if you want to make an assessment of what happened at Fordo, you better get a big shovel and go really deep, because Iran's nuclear program is obliterated.
Okay, let me update y'all on what just happened, okay? I done went and got my dog some treats. I done went to Whole Foods, got my fruit, and a couple pieces of chicken to put on the grill. And then my fat ass was hungry, so I went to Chicken Salad Chick to get me a little something to eat. And while I was doing that, guess what? Our president and leader, Donald Junquavius Trump, just announced that Israel and Iran have a ceasefire. It's the end to their conflict, the end to their war, and it's going to be official within 24 hours. That's what he just said. I ran, he ran, you ran, she ran, they ran. USA in 5. I said that shit and I meant it. Y'all want to know why it happened? Because Dad heard them fussing, and he came in and took everybody's toys away and said, until y'all can learn how to shake hands and get along, ain't nobody getting no toys, ain't nobody getting no bread. And now they done went and said, okay, Dad, we don't even need the toys no more. We just gonna shake hands and be friends because you said enough is enough and you threatened us and we don't want to get our ass whooped no more, so we gonna have some peace. You're now tuned into the motherfucking greatest, Donald Junquavius Trump. All right, go USA.
You need to be a astrophysicist to figure it out. We've got a wolf problem in Los Angeles. They're not peaceful protesters, they're wolves. They're hurting people. They're destroying property. So you say, well, where's the governor? Well, the governor is a sheep. He'll tell you, I'm a sheep. He's a sheep in sheep's clothing. He thinks cops are a bigger problem than criminals. So then you say, well, where's the mayor of Los Angeles? Maybe she can stop it. Well, she's a sheep too. More sheep is not going to solve the wolf problem. So the federal government sent in troops, and we're stopping the wolf problem.
My friend came to the door. She said, well, I was on the phone cooking me and my baby some breakfast. And she said, hey, something wrong. It's popping. I said, what? She said, yeah. I said, no. So the girl come downstairs. She come out her apartment with her baby with no shoes on. I said, oh, girl, it's cold outside. She said, something ain't right. I said, oh, man. She said, oh, man, the building is on fire. I said, no, what? I got my 3 kids and we bounced out. We ain't gonna be in no fire, not today.
They tried to build a conventional missile program to attack neighbors in the region. That missile program has shown to be a failure. They have funded terrorism aggressively in the region, and now most of their terrorism proxies are destroyed. The Iranians are clearly not very good at war. Perhaps they should follow President Trump's lead and give peace a chance. If they're serious about it, I guarantee you the President of the United States is.
This was an unbelievable hit by genius pilots and genius people in the military, and they're not being given credit for it because we have scum that's in this group, and not all of you are. You have some great reporters, but you have scum. CNN is scum. MSDNC is scum. The New York Times is scum. They're bad people. They're sick. And what they've done is they're trying to make this unbelievable victory into something less. Now, even they admit that it was hit very hard, okay? But it wasn't hit hard. It was hit brutally, and it knocked it out. The original word that I use, I guess it got us in trouble because it's a strong word. It was obliteration.
I'm Dr. Noah Faulkner. You may recognize me from my Bidon films on television.
Are you the guy with the spray-on hair?
Anyway, as I'm sure you already know, you have stumbled into an exciting new world. Tell me, have you ever dreamt of being famous?
When I was a little kid, I wanted to be a rock star because I could do this with my finger. But as I got older, I realized that the reality of the corporate rock world sucked.
And besides, you only knew one song.
Iron Man does whatever an iron can. Pancake flat like a glove.
Hold it. That's Spider-Man. Black Sabbath did Iron Man.
Oh, come on. What do you think, you're so smart? What do you think, you're some rocket scientist?
Yes.
Sorry.
Let me know in the comments what movie that's from. If you're from the 90s, you know exactly where that movie's from.
Now, regarding the ongoing situation in Iran, I know there has been a lot of speculation amongst all of you in the media regarding the president's decision-making and whether or not the United States will be directly involved. In light of that news, I have a message directly from the president, and I quote, "Based on the fact that there's a substantial chance of negotiations that may or may not take place with Iran in the near future, I will make my decision whether or not to go within the next 2 weeks." That's a quote directly from the president for all of you today.
All right.
Somebody said to me that if Jesus is black, heaven is a ghetto. Everywhere black people is a damn ghetto. Why should I be yelling at the white man? Hell, if it wasn't for him, we'd all probably be dead from diseases and sickness. Or hell, we each other. Wasn't for the white man. Yeah, white man built America. You say the slave built America. Don't they cover that lie? I'll slap the taste out of your mouth. You ain't built nothing. Half the time what you did build as a slave, the white man had to whoop your ass with a whoop to get you to do that little bit of work that you did do. It to whoop your ass to get it done. Talking about we built America. You ain't built a damn thing. Don't own a damn thing. None of it. You had Harlem, you threw that away. No, thank God for the white man. Thank God. He's built America and some other safe places. Built airlines so you can ride around on. Built automobiles. Hell, y'all ain't got one nation in Africa have built a car. Talking that damn talk.
Just can't get over what happened in our biggest city this week, the very same week that everybody in D.C. is focused thousands of miles away on the greatest threat we face, Iran's nuclear program. I don't want Iran to have the bomb. I'm not pro-Iran, obviously.
We're not pro-Iran.
Yeah.
Like, why do we have to say it?
No,
but
right.
We do.
It's dumb.
Here's the
But
disclaimer.
at the same time that everybody was looking to Iran, our largest city had a Democratic primary, effectively the mayor's race, and like 32-year-old socialist who wants government-run grocery stores gets elected. He's going to likely run our biggest city.
Yeah. And
in the country.
Right. New York.
And it's like, why did that happen? Is it because people are so like desperate for government-run grocery stores or love socialism or love like foreign-born midwits running their cities? Probably not. That guy was the only person in the New York City mayor's debate to say he wanted to focus on New York City. All the candidates were asked, if you could visit a foreign country, what would it be? And they, of course, all had an answer. I think most said Israel. Great. And he said, I wouldn't go anywhere. I'd stay in New York. And like, if I want to meet Jewish constituents, I'd go to their synagogues, their homes or whatever, but I'd be here in New York because that's what I'm doing. I'm running New York. That's my job.
Well, he gave the right answer.
He gave the right answer.
No, I would just do cocaine. That was really, yeah. So not just, yeah.
That's down and dirty, right?
Yeah, and this is, yeah, this, I mean, it was, yeah.
But you don't anymore?
No, I don't do it anymore, man, and I'm not doing it.
Is it too much? Too much to handle?
Some of the stuff started to get a real rattle in it, too. I don't know where we were even getting it from in this country, but yeah, it started to make me feel like I was a mechanic or
The ceasefire lasted for a few hours before it was violated. Hopefully it can be reinstated. There will be a period of calm, but no matter what, no ceasefire will hold forever in the Middle East. These are factions that have been fighting for centuries. Trump can handle this stuff better than any other president in my lifetime, but there's only so much an American president can do when he's dealing with ancient blood feuds 10,000 miles away. That's why I want the U.S. to back out of it completely and focus on its own problems. Call that simplistic or isolationist if you want. I don't care. Our country is in a state of existential crisis on multiple fronts. Internally, we don't have the time, resources, manpower, will, or ability to fix problems for other countries right now. We need to focus on ourselves and let them handle their own disputes. America first.
And the president looks over at me, puts the foreign leader on mute and says, "This is not going very well," and he presses the red button. and my eyes get really big, and I'm like, "Mr. President, you know, what just happened?" And he looks at me and he goes, "Nuclear." Nuclear. And 2 minutes later, a guy walks in with a Diet Coke, and he looks back at me and he says, "It wasn't nuclear, it's just the Diet Coke button." And that's... So that's the kind of guy, and my fellow Republicans, that we have as the President of the United States.
I really enjoyed those clips. There was quite a few more of the Gut Feel show that they did too. Those seem kind of long, so if this does good, I'll probably do those reaction to those, because there's a few Gut Feel episodes clips they did, not episodes, but clips they did. But they're like 2 minute long clips, 3 minute long clips. One of them is, I think. So I didn't want to make this video too long. I wanted to kind of maybe like introduce you to this channel, and if you like them, follow them and show them some love. I think they're really, I think these are really clever. The ones they chose and what they did with them. Caroline Levitt, JD Vance. Oh my God, I can't even think. But he, the baby with it looked like a little handlebar mustache. What's his name? I keep on forgetting his name all the time. I thought it's something that we could enjoy between Reactor Spotlights, because we have another Reactor Spotlight coming out from Chooses. Shout out to Nesh Productions for that. And that's coming down the pike soon. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Love, peace.